What's up, guys? Welcome back to Notch EV. I'm here with the Gravity today, and what I want to talk about is how much range is enough EV range, and also how good is the Gravity range. This is a 450 mile EPA car, EPA rated car. It's tough to get that, but I have a 400 mile trip today, and so normally I just stop and charge because 400 miles is a lot of hours. So I'll just stop somewhere, hit the bathroom, and get a little bit of charge, literally 5 minutes. I did it on the way up. It's almost like there was no charging time inconveniencing me at all. But today, on the way back to New York City here, I want to try to go straight through. Well, I mean, I might have to stop and go to the bathroom, but what I mean is I want to try to do a no charge 400 mile trip. It's nice weather. It's 67 right now. It'll probably be closer to 80 in New York City. But as we go, it'll just be like real world, not a loop, one direction, highway. Can you do 400 miles in a Gravity? And I mean, the answer is yes, obviously. But when I say the real world aspect is like, if we go really fast, we're not going to make it. If we go really slow, we'll make it with abundant battery at the end. So this is going to be like a speed limit test kind of thing. We're just going to go a good moderate speed and see how it works out. And I think we should make it with no charging at all. And then that can be sort of like a benchmark. Grand touring, real world, summery sort of temperature for the Northeast, not everywhere in the world. Some elevation change, but nothing drastic, not like going over the Rockies, and just see how it handles. So I have high hopes that we're going to do 400 miles without a charge. Let's find out today. 8:47 right now. It is the sort of early morning, but not quite. I'd love to get out here at 9, but I have a feeling we might not. Oh yeah, I have this thing here. It's like it's a little bit cocked right now, but it's like a cool thing, so the garage door doesn't smush your cord. So I bought that specifically for here because I have to string the cord out of the garage, and I didn't want it to get cramped all the time. So that's been working great this week. So my setup here, I have to park the car outside and charge outside. Right now, like it looks like I should have just pulled in there, but this spot is always taken. But he had to leave really early this morning. So my cord comes in, and I have the extension cord by EVDANCE that I hook in here, and then I can get all the way to the back of the garage. Or I also actually have the EVDANCE 40 amp charger plugged into this NEMA 1450 I got installed here, and that makes all the difference. The EVDANCE extension cord's super awesome because it can get you all the way out of a garage, and you can see I wouldn't be able to hit it with any normal 25-foot cord. I'd never get out there, but having an additional 40 feet, I could park this car even farther out. But it opens up so much ease of like coming to somebody else's house. So let me pack this up. The bags are in the car. Then we're gonna get my co-pilot, and we're gonna get the hell out of here. All right, let's reset trip A here. All right, we'll be looking at trip A, 0,0000. We'll see our mileage, kilowatt hours, and miles per kilowatt hour used as we go. So let's start this trip. It's 9:09 a.m. Have to stop at the other house next door to pick up my passenger, and then we will be leaving momentarily. You can see we're at 99% already. I got off top charge when I had some climate running off the AC, drove 0.2 of a mile. Let's see how we do. Let's pick her up. All right, so just got the nav set up, and it says -2 arrival in New York City. It had a charge stop that I removed here that wanted us to charge at 20%. So we're just gonna remove that, and we're gonna watch that -2. I have a feeling it's gonna start to creep up as we get closer, but we'll just keep an eye on it and see how it looks. I zoomed in here, and you can see it shows that it thinks we're gonna run out like right before New York City, which is only a few miles, but New Rochelle up here. we'll see that change over time. We now see -3, just so you guys know, it's not always linear on how it goes. The trip so far, we're at 29 miles, 3.64 miles per kilowatt hour, great efficiency. So we're gonna hope that that number starts to tick up. We're still in the beginning here. There we go, that's the first time we've seen 0% on the nav. Let me see how many miles we've gone. We have gone 46 miles. Woohoo! With an efficiency of 3.83. This is great. I mean, this is the best efficiency I think I've ever gotten in the car. And, you know, mainly it's because we have been having a little bit slower speeds trying to get out of Maine because there's a lot of traffic today. It's July 4th weekend, so it's July 5th, and we're just trying to get home now. So it'll probably be a busy day on the road, which actually kind of makes this test easier than other days. So this first 46 miles has been all that one lane road. This is the first time we're getting onto any sort of highway. Well, now it says 8% on arrival. So big changes here after not even driving that much. Let's see here. We are at, we're just about to hit 70 miles, 3.72 miles per kilowatt hour. Driving on the highway. It's definitely got traffic. Our speeds aren't crazy. I've been around 65 and it's about 80 degrees. Car says 85, but it's really helping with the efficiency. Going from a -3 to 8% is a pretty big swing. So we'll see how it pans out as we get closer, but it's a good reason to not be fearful in the beginning of a drive if you see a negative or a really low, because this, you know, this can change as you get down the road. Massaging, let's see here, 3.73, 108 miles, 11% battery on arrival now. This is gonna drop, I know. We were just in some traffic. We might even see this drop as we pick up speed a little here. But my point of -3%, now up to 11%, one thing I wanna point attention to right here is if we get back home with 11%, you can see here it says the estimated range is 285. So we're 282 from our destination. So that would make it seem like we should be there at 0%, which is not 11%. So you could kind of see how it's weird as you go, these don't line up. And I think it's kind of a good strategy to play those numbers against each other. If dynamic range has enough to get home, then we're definitely going to make it. And we'll see how this is estimating things like different traffic speed farther down the road as we go. Because right now we're at the highest speed highway here in Maine is 70. But once we get into Connecticut and stuff, it's much slower. So it's interesting to play these against each other, but that's a good tip. Keep your eye on dynamic versus percentage, and your percentage down there. A lot of people like to put their mileage there. I think you should try to get used to percentage. It's more accurate than seeing like your EPA range there, and you already have your dynamic range there. So I definitely advocate to put percentage up, but we'll keep on going. You know, we've done 110 miles. We have a great efficiency so far. Just crossed the border into Portsmouth. What am I saying? Just crossed the border into New Hampshire from Maine. It's been really bad traffic. You've got a classic mass hole here too. Everybody's getting pissed. We're at 11%. Now we're at 8% arrival. Temperature's up. Car's reading 90. We're running AC. We're not like hypermiling to get there, but we're you know, we're trying to get there with no charge. Anyhow, sorry, distracted by the traffic there. We've been moving slow here, AC going. I think we've been moving so slow that we actually lost percentage on the battery. We're at 128 miles and 3.68 miles per kilowatt hour. I think this is the worst of the traffic here. Once we get a little bit farther, like we need to get through a little bit more of this. It's basically the New Hampshire section. I don't know why this jams up as bad as it does, but we've been going really slow. After that, speeds will go back up. I hope we'll see how 8% turns and what happens next. Out of New Hampshire in Massachusetts, luckily the traffic is let up, locked in at 70. We've got an 8% arrival now that's sort of been hanging out there around that for the last couple of miles. Let's see here. Come down into our trip info. 155 miles, 3.57. So down a little bit from earlier, but still strong. And looking pretty good, I guess. 235 miles left with 237 on the estimated. So again, 8%, that doesn't match, but we'll see how that ends up in the end and which we can trust more. You can see now we got 5% on arrival. We've been having higher speeds. Traffic is cleared out. The one thing that's interesting now is 179 miles dynamic range, 182 miles to destination. So that makes it seem like we don't have enough miles to get there. But this says 5% on arrival. So again, I'm going to be watching those two things and see how they come together. And we're currently 211 miles, 3.47 miles per kilowatt hour. Just an update, we're in Connecticut. We are at a 5% arrival. It obviously went down a little bit. It was at 4, it was at 3. I changed my cruise control to 67, and you know, we seem to be coming up a little bit, but equalizing here around that. And for a moment there, you know, my dynamic range was lower than my arrival range, even though I still had the battery percentage. But now I'm back on the positive with 135 to go, 138 remaining. So we're looking good still. 35% battery, 3:46 p.m. We've been on the road a long time. I don't know who really needs to drive this long without stopping for a quick charge, but it's been a journey, and we've done 257 miles, 3.47 miles per kilowatt hour. That's been pretty stable for a bit, I feel like. Obviously, when we were in deep traffic, wasn't it 3.7 something? So we were pretty high. We got a cool airstream here, and we're just continuing with this 135 miles, and it looks like we should be fine to get there, no problem. And I don't know if that's going to hit 400 on the dot or be very close to 400. We're on the Merritt Parkway here. We are only 66 miles from the city, and we have 81 miles of dynamic range, 7% arrival. So we've come into a really good position here for not needing any charge. We've done 324 miles, and we're still at 3.54 miles per kilowatt hour. We've been at 70 miles an hour for a bit. Now we're back down a little bit. The traffic here got a little dense for a second, but it's clearing up again. All in, it's 5:01. So it's been a long day. 9:15 to 5 p.m. so far. Driving, not a single charge stop. We did stop for a little bite to eat, but no charge stop. So this is a ton of hours of driving without charging. On 95 here, 31 miles left, 6 o'clock. Finally getting a little break again from traffic. 95 turned into a parking lot for a second there. But we're at 358 miles, 3.57 miles per kilowatt hour. We've been holding that 6% for a while here. Now that we're only 30 miles away, you know, I could take it up a notch when possible if I can get through some traffic, because looks good. 31 miles to go, 50 miles range. So looks like an easy Maine to New York no charge situation. Let's hope that that's true, because I still got some miles to go, but definitely getting tired of being in the car. It's been many, many hours, and a charge stop would have been fun, actually. Back in the city, arrival 5%, trip says 389 miles, so not quite 400, but we have 23 miles left. So this is a 400 mile real world car for sure, even though EPA is 450. So that's pretty good. I think in warm weather in New England, I'm glad we basically have a 400 mile car right now and we could do that stretch. It's 6:45. It's been 9.5 hours of driving without a single charge. I don't know who wants to do more than that. I wish I wasn't making this video so I could have charged and just had a little fun. I actually had my first bit of damage from a tire that came off of a car, off of like a, what do you call it, like a trailer. Like the tire blew and hit me on this trip. So that kind of sucks. Maybe I can get that buffed out a little bit, but that's in there. You could feel it. Anyhow, Lucid made it. Not quite 400 miles, but really 400 miles if you add in those 23 remaining. So very happy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one, guys.